Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would do an everyday makeup routine. I've got to go to uni in like 35 minutes, so I feel like I've got plenty of time to do this. So I've got a mirror down here, so I'm just gonna put my hair up and sort of show you what I'm gonna do, really. I've left the radiator on and I'm absolutely dying right now. Okay, so I've already clean my face and moisturise so I can sort of get straight into what I'm gonna do. I am so boiling, it's insane. Okay, so I've got my little, I've shoved everything in my makeup bag so I sort of have a stand in my bathroom. Should have probably laid this all out. So the first thing I normally start off with is the Body Shop Tea Tree pore minimizer, because as you guys know I am oily, so I have like a black splotch on my face, so I have like quite enlarged pores sort of on my cheeks, so I sort of like, what is that? Dot it on and sort of smear it where I want it to go, and then I sort of like just pat the excess sort of like anywhere else across my face because I put a little bit too much on today. So once I have put that on and that's sort of like in my face, sorry if you can hear thrumming, my flatmate is back from lunch, who's on placement. After that I use the Pore Vanishing Stick by the Estee Edit. Basically it is, this is the packaging, isn't it? So nice. And then when you open it and roll it, it looks like that, and it's got, I don't know, it's like peach in the middle and then white on the outside. Anyway, I sort of just smooth this over any areas which are not smooth. So my cheeks, on my chin, I normally sort of put it on my nose a bit, and then across my forehead. Anywhere where I'm like wrinkly, spotty, that sort of jazz. I used this. I saw this on one of Heyy Snapchats, and she put a little heart face next to it, so I assumed she liked it, and I was like, well, if she likes it, I'm going to try it, because I think me and her have very, very similar skin, if not sort of the same. And then after I've put that on, I have a lot of like pre-makeup makeup. But yeah, next on the Estee Lauder Mattifying Primer, which you guys remember I've used for like nearly a year now. That's crazy. It lasted well. Oh my god, it's exploding. Ah. Oh my god, it's literally exploding. Okay. I'm gonna go put some of this, because that's, look how much that is, oh my god. I'm gonna go put some of this in a pot I have. Ooh. Okay. Okay, I'm back, and the little pot that I put it in is the one that I got it sampled in, and it sort of like won't go down into the pot, so it's just sort of like chilling on the outside of it, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm just putting this onto my face. I sort of concentrate it where I know I'm going to put makeup, because like for a very long time now I've not been putting like a full face of foundation on. I put it on where I need it. Sometimes it pretty much is a full face because of how bad my skin is, and sometimes it's not. So we'll see. Once I feel like that's all padded in. Usually by now, I put on like a lip balm, but I don't know where mine is, so I'm just going to use the MAC Prep and Prime thing, because I don't think it does anything anyway, so like to make your lipstick stay on longer, so just going to roll with it now. Next, I'll do something, it would seem, normally check how red I am, and today I'd say like I'm not too bad. I'm not in my normal lighting, so I can't really tell, but after this, if I'm going to go in the bathroom, and I'm going to be like, oh. Anyway, so I'm now going to take my something. I'm going to take my Bobbi Brown, it's upside down, corrector in the colour Light to Medium Bisque, which looks like this. I have no clue if that is focusing. If it's not, I'm hoping you can get the colour of it at least. These pots look great, they've got like little mirrors in them. I used to take a brush, but now I just take my finger and I just sort of swish it around in it, and I just sort of pat it under my eyes and sort of like concentrate in the inner corner. Okay, so now that's on and sort of covered my dark circles, I'm gonna move on to foundation. And I'm using for foundation the Clarins Evermatte in the colour 104, which they no longer do. I don't know why. Basically, I have it in here because I keep putting too much on the back of my hand and then I put it in the pot, and now I'm like, I should probably use what's in the pot. So I'm going to put this where I think I need it, which is pretty much everywhere. So I put a little bit under my eyes, sort of just to cover the, like, colour correct. A bit red here, a bit red here. Like, sorry, I've been I was ill not that long ago, so getting over that. But yeah, if I've got like, I've not really been going for a full sort of face of makeup recently. Like if I have a spot, like I'm not too worried if that like shows through or anything. Like I'm not overly bothered, to be honest, because my skin has been so much worse than it is right now, and this is pretty good for me, so I'm just sort of rolling with that. So I normally, like, sometimes I pat all of my makeup foundation in, sometimes I'll use a brush, sort of like whatever I'm feeling. Nothing particularly exciting. Oh, I'm using Everyday Techniques. I've got a face brush, of course. It's all pretty basic. Did you guys have a good Christmas and New Year? Did you get any exciting presents? I got, what did I get this exciting? Oh, I got some, because I've got very narrow feet, no shoes ever fit me, and especially boots are always such a problem. And I got some boots for Christmas for people with narrow feet. So, yay for me. Okay, so looking down here in my mirror, and it's like, I'm still quite red here, and for some reason on my mole I'm pretty red, and on my chin, so, and here. So I'm just going to take a little bit more foundation, dot it on, and then I'm going to tap it in with my finger. Don't really care about anywhere else, I'm not too bothered. So that's made no difference in that area. Thinking about, I might pick up a concealer. So I feel like I've not used a proper concealer for 5 years, to 4 years maybe, and I'm thinking I might get back into it because I'm so fed up of doing this. Now for me, I'm like, that's done, like I'm not, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm not bothered. So I'm gonna move on to my, I'm gonna let my skin sort of do its thing, and I'm gonna go into my eyebrows next. And for my eyebrows, I'm still using the Mua, whatever, makeup, was it this? Ever After makeup palette in the colour, these two, which is Smoke, no it isn't, is Penny and Truffle. I use the darker one for the outside of my eyebrows and the lighter one for the sort of inner bit. For the inner bits, add a bit of depth and contrast. So, yeah. I accidentally did my eyebrows super dark the other day. Like, I really did not mean to. I just got a bit ham with it. It's went a bit overboard. And I was like, I put the powder on and then I put the, like, thingy on that I'll show you in a minute. And I was like, oh my god. Considering I wasn't putting on particularly any eye makeup, I was just a bit crazy looking, and I was like, oh my god. Okay, so once I've put that on, I like to use one of these and just sort of like brush them out a little bit to make sure that there's nowhere that I've like really packed anything. I'm not even looking at doing it. Oh my god. Make sure there's not like too much on one place. Okay, whatever. And then I'm taking. Then I use the Better Fit Gimme Brow thing. I'm sure you've all seen this with the minuscule brush. I just brush over my brows. I have number 3, which I think the darkest is 4. I have 3, if that helps you at all. I'm sort of going to brush through them. Oh, I've blobbed it. I've blobbed it. I don't know, I can't tell. Mum actually got me this for Christmas and she had to show the woman a picture of me and she was like, oh yeah, I think number 3 would be fine for her eyebrows. And it seems alright to me. Fuck's sake. So I'm just going to leave that there. Oh no. Oh okay, that's gone. Okay, so my eyebrows are done. Like in pictures, I have eyebrows up to like halfway and then the rest sort of disappear. Really bizarre. But anyway, next I'm going to take this brush and this, which is the transparent Evermatte Soft and something. The Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. You know what it is. I'm just going to put that all over my face. And I always like worry that I'm going to dip it in my eyebrow and then it's going to go all over my face. That's not happened yet. I'd say yet because I feel like it will. Put some down my neck. Ta-da! I went to, did any of you guys also go to C2C, A Day to Remember, the other day? They're touring, if you didn't know, which I'm sure you do if you like them. But they were in Leeds and me and Dan went to see them in Leeds and they were amazing. They're a band that I've listened to, how old am I? For maybe like 8 years. I've always sort of wanted to see them. They're always one of those bands that I really love, but I forget that I like them so much. I saw that they were, how did I find out they were touring? I think it might have been on Twitter, and I was like, oh my god, I love Day to Remember, I really want to see them. And obviously they not like bands normally play their album that they've got out, like all coming out, you know, that sort of thing. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I like particularly wanna go because it was like 2 weeks I think until the thing. And I was like, oh, it's so much money and I've not really listened to the album and I don't want to go for like an album I don't know because I like to like sing along and stuff. And I found for like a week I was sort of was like thinking about it, and then I found the set list and my favourite song, like song is like definitely in my top 10 of like all-time favourite songs, is Have Faith in Me. And I saw that they were playing that and I was like, oh my god, I was like I really want to go. So I booked, they were like, the ticket was like 58 fucking hell. What was it, 50? I don't know, it was like 50 something pound anyway, for like 2 and for the postage and all of that sort of stuff. So we went and I saw they were playing with Moose Blood, who Dan like really likes. Then they were playing with Neck Deep as well, which you guys know that I love. And they were playing with New Found Glory as well. And I was like, this is just great. So yeah, long story short, we went. It was absolutely amazing. They played Have Faith in Me, they played Homesick, they played It's Complicated, they played If I Leave. I think that's the title. They played loads and loads, like so many of the ones that I really love they played and I've listened to like for a really long time. They played a couple from their new album and things, but there wasn't too many that I didn't know. I'd say maybe there was like 4 songs, if that really. So that's what, like 12 minutes of me not knowing a song. So I was so pleased. I had such an amazing time. I'm so glad I went. I obviously got a t-shirt of them. And yeah, they were so amazing. I didn't know if they were going to be sort of any good. I'm just going to curl my lashes. I didn't know if they were going to be any good live, because obviously sometimes bands aren't. But honestly, they were all so good. And they were so nice as well. I really liked that they interacted with the audience. You know, sometimes, because obviously they're quite big. I'm going to use the Too Faced Feather Sex mascara. Because obviously, you know, some bands can get quite big, and I can't remember what the band was called now, but I know one of those sorts of bands, they were quite like rude to the audience, and they were like, they would sort of just sing and then leave again and have no interaction, and I was sort of worried that they were going to be like that, but they weren't. They were great, they were really interactive, and it was so amazing. I had such a good time. So if you like them and have not seen them, I would definitely recommend to go see them because they were so good. And you know, Ellie, have you seen Ellie? Okay, I have a video. Anyway, my best friend Ellie, she wasn't able to come, and she was like, oh, can you film it for me? And I've had a few problems with my camera actually. I'm not sure how this video is going to turn out. So sort of me and Dan took it in turns filming it, obviously with our phones and things. The quality's better than I thought it was going to be, but obviously not as good as my camera, so I might put that video up, I might not, because obviously it's like bits of songs, so it's quite like mishy-moshy, and we were quite far away because we booked our tickets like a week, like the week before, so obviously we were like pretty far away, and then oh, and the tickets didn't come in time, so then we had to call up and be like, hi, can you send our tickets, can we pick up our tickets from the thing, which was like great fun, but yeah, I honestly had the best time, it was so good. Anyway, okay, so I've curled my lashes because I've still got that eyelid problem, and this sort of corner one here, obviously, hangs sort of more down, how it's been pushed, and it's really annoying. So I sort of try and curl them out, but I don't usually do a very good job. So I'm just going to take this mascara and put it on. I'm sure I'm going to blob it absolutely everywhere. So I'm just going to do the other one. Yes, I'm so excited to see Green Day. I saw about them like months and months ago, and the tickets were just so expensive. I was like, I just can't afford that maybe. And actually no, I think two of them were sold out anyway. And I was like, oh no, and then, oh I don't know, it was expensive and half sold out anyway. Oh my goodness. And then I was like, you know, and then I saw them on MTV, one of the like music award shows, and I was like, oh, that's so good. And I was like, okay, so I went and I had a look, and the only ones left were Hyde Park, which is fine. So I booked those, and I was so excited. So this year I've seen a GRWM who I've always wanted to see, seen Neck Deep, who I love, I'm gonna see State Champs again, I'm gonna see Green Day, who is like, I feel like Green Day is a goal. So I'm so excited. Okay, so anyway, I'm now gonna put the number 7, that mascara I've used for like decades now, forever, that this one that doesn't roll on your face, on my bottom lashes. Okay, I'm done. Just joking. Okay, so now as you can see I've got it pretty much all over my face. I'm going to take a cotton bud. I'm literally just going to sort of wipe it away, and it'll be like, I'm so amazing at mascara. Done that, I'm going to take the same mascara and put it on top of the other one, just because, just sort of seal it in, and if my eye waters it's going to keep it rather than smudging all down my face. That's the plan anyway. Okay, so mascara done. Depending sort of how I feel, if I feel like I'm looking particularly pale, I will go in with the Body Shop bronzing powder in number 1 light, which I dropped on the floor the other day and is now broken. This thing. So I'm just going to take that on the Real Techniques Duo Fibre brush. I'm just sort of going to put it where you would. Sort of make me look a little bit warmer and not one colour, because I'm pale. And sometimes I think I look just too pale. Ta-da! Put some down my neck to sort of tie it in. Put some on the end of my nose because I want my nose to not stick out so much. I would put some on my chin, but because I've got a short bottom jaw, that would just make it go back more, which I don't want to do. I should probably put a highlighter on it, to be honest. Just bring it all back to you. Don't stop, never give up. Hold your head high and reach the top. Let the world see what you have got. Bring it all back to you. Oh, down to what you try. Oh my goodness. Do any of you guys remember that song? I know you do. Don't deny. Okay, that's broken. So now I'm just gonna, oh my goodness, go in with my trusty NYC Cheek Glow. This, see if I can do it, 652 West Side Wine. Yes! This one. I've had this for a really long time. This might be the one I've shown in a previous video, and maybe the video before that, and maybe the video before. I don't know. Oh my god. Okay, so I've got like 10 minutes before I ideally want to leave. But I normally I'm not normally late, I'm normally like on time or like a couple minutes early. I'm one of those sorts of people. I'm trying to get better. You know when you're like, okay, I'll be ready for like 12, and then you're like, okay, so I'm ready for 12, like I'm ready, but I just sort of need to put my shoes on, I need to turn my lights off, and I need to actually like put my coat on. That's me. Okay, and as you can see, you know I was saying about this bottom eyelash, well this top one, because of how it sits now. It's been a year, like over a year with my eye problem. They're like, oh, you've got hay fever. And I'm like, it's like been snowing. Hay fever. Hello. So it is, I've just finished that makeup thing, and the camera was like, I don't want to record anymore, I'm done with the recording. So I was going to say bye, but I thought I'd just show you my outfit of the day, and just in case you want GRWM. So I have on, as you guys know, my I Did to Remember top. I decided to just put my hair up because I thought it'd look better, so I've just got this sort of like in a high ponytail floppy sort of thing. I've got on my denim jacket. It's 11 degrees today, so I think it's a little bit warmer than normal. So yes, I've got my grey jeans. Excuse mess. I was ill. I had a massive assignment and I came back from Christmas, so I'm just gonna block that out. So I've got on grey skinnies and just my black Vans. Does anyone else have the problem where when you wear Vans and something else, your socks sort of just appear all the time? They're just like there. So yeah, my ponytail keeps falling down. Does that happen to you? It's really annoying, and I hate it when it sort of separates. So I've got like hair here, sort of like hair here. Like hello. Anyway, I'm gonna head now. Is that from, that's from Friends, right? Yeah, it's from Friends, I think. Okay, so just watch Skins. You know, it's like, I'm just going to turn you around for a second. You know Skins is like 10 years old now? Well, my friend, she hadn't seen like barely any Skins. So we sort of finished it last night, and she was like, when she saw Freddie die, she was like, no, I don't believe he's dead. Why have they killed him? And I was like, yes, like the asked. I was like, this next, obviously the one after is the last episode. I'm pretty sure I'm right, I think. And I was like, yeah, I was like 100% he's gone, dead. She was like, no, I don't believe you, know, something like that. And I was like, dude, like he's gone. She was like, no. I was like, yeah, obviously that series isn't 10 years old, but the first one is, which we started watching. And I finally met someone who actually had a crush on Sid, which I've never ever found through the 10 years I've been watching it. Found someone who likes Chris, Tony, Maxie, obviously Anwar. To be fair, I've not found anyone that likes Anwar either. But I finally found someone that likes Sid. So I was like, wow, that's 10 years I've been looking. But yeah, I'm gonna go off to uni now because, what time is it? I've got a watch on. Yes, like 1:05. So I'm gonna go. Hope you all have like a great day. I hope I have a great day. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.